fight, trying to see where the life take me, so I roll the dice. Look up to no one else, but yeah, I was shy. I got real power, Hebrew Israelite.
To yourself and kill yourself for the Israelis, man. Because y'all trying to fight us. Y'all over here doing drifts in the middle of the street like a baby not gonna get be bombed tomorrow from the damn IDF forces, man. All praise to y'all about Shah. Long rolling Gaza's made a parking lot, as they say, man. So Iran can get involved. So Lebanon can get involved, man. The BRIC Alliance, man. So China can get involved. Right? I want all these nations to get involved, man. All praise to y'all about Shah, man. Right, go to the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 6. We're going to kick it off with that again, man. Amos, chapter 1 and verse 6.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 6.
No.
Thus say Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Gaza.
For what?
For 3 transgressions of Gaza.
Gaza and the Palestinians got sins unto heaven, man. Y'all think y'all pray for free Palestine, man? Right, no, man, not free Palestine, man. The Lord's going to continue to judge y'all on that land, man. You know?
And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom.
Wait, hold on. Y'all was selling slaves to the Edomites. Now they turned their back on y'all, and now they destroying y'all, man. Welcome to the party, right? Free Palestine, y'all doing this name, man. Y'all should do business with them Grecians, man. Right? Selling the children of Israel. Now they come up to us. We the same. We're the same body. No, we're not the damn same, man.
Right.
To hell with y'all, man. Y'all damn Ishmaelites. Read what you got, man.
Look at Isaiah, chapter 14 and 29.
Bring it out.
It reads, rejoice not thou, O Palestinian.
What the Lord say?
Rejoice not thou, O Palestinian.
Sister, in the black. What's going on, sister? You keep walking even here by the bus. Come on, sister. Come over here real quick. 2 seconds. We have saved your life. See that? But the Lord said, rejoice not, O Palestina. Lord?
It reads, rejoice not thou, O Palestinian, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken.
Right.
For out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice.
Right.
And its fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent.
Right.
The Most High got something for all you Ishmaelites, man.
Right.
We see a prophecy all over the earth. Go to 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1. Right? 2nd Esdras chapter 9. And Yashpal, I'm going to make sure y'all brothers looking that way as well. Right? Just gonna hold the order on the line. Right? But hey, guess what, man? The Most High said, watch what's going on upon the earth, man. Because our deliverance draws nigh. Go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. What you got?
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently.
What the Lord say?
Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the sun's path,
Right, the IDF forces, them killing and bombing 12,000 people in the hospital, those are the signs of the times, man. Those are the things that we're looking for upon the earth, man.
Right. Which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand.
What the Lord say?
Then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world, which he made.
Which he what?
Which he made.
The Lord's going to start visiting the earth, man. Which one? Go to Jeremiah 23 and verse 20. The Lord said he's going to start visiting upon the earth. We're going to understand these times, man. And guess what? In the latter days, you shall aid. You're going to understand it perfectly. Let's see what the Lord said, man.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
The anger of the Lord shall not return.
What the Lord say?
The
anger of the Lord shall not return.
Right?
Until you have executed.
Until what?
Until you have
You think
executed.
the Lord going to stop bombing over there until you have executed, man?
Right.
That Euphrates River is drying up for a reason. Iran and Iraq going to march right over there, man.
That's right.
It's just getting started. It's just getting hot over there in the Middle East, man.
Right.
These protests not going to stop.
Right.
The war has just begun, as they say, man. Y'all think this is going to stop overnight, man? We want it to keep rising up. We want it to keep ramping up. Another member of the elect gonna get sealed, and guess what? A nuclear missile get popped off, man.
Right.
Another member of the elect gets sealed. Guess what? Israelite dies for the truth. Their seal get popped off, man.
Right.
Hey, people are still. And guess what? Israel gonna still wake up in these last days, and prophecy still gonna keep running. You know?
And it reads, until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Right.
In the latter days.
In the what?
In the latter days.
What we living in?
In the latter days.
What's the Lord say?
Ye shall consider it perfect.
The Lord said, in the latter days, you gonna consider it perfect. Go to which one? Go to Psalms 37 and 13. The Lord said, in the latter days, you gonna consider it perfectly. Right. Y'all laughing now. Y'all getting into the service of the faces now, and guess what? In that day, you're going to understand, man. Right? And I hope those are two Israelites, man. Oh, praises, man. Dude, look at that, man. See that? Almost lost his car. Read what you got.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, and verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him.
What the Lord say?
The Lord shall laugh at him.
Read it again.
The Lord shall laugh at him.
Right.
For he seeth that his day is coming.
The Lord sees the day is coming, man. The Lord sees it. He's rubbing his hands together, man.
Right.
He sees the day is coming. We see the day is coming too, man. The Lord laugh, I laugh, man. Right? We laughing at you Palestinians. We laughing at you other nations, man. That think y'all can come against the service of the Lord in these last days. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 10, man.
Wake him up.
Y'all march up and down and y'all go work for the same so-called white man the next morning. Y'all marching up and down talking about death to Netanyahu, but his people over here putting y'all in slavery, man.
Right.
Y'all about to work for Amalekite the next morning.
Right.
I can't protest all night. You know I gotta go to work in the morning. What do you mean? And your people still getting raped, robbed, and murdered over there, man. Where would you go?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse number 10. And repaireth them that hate him to their face.
What the Lord say?
And repaireth them that hate him to their face. To destroy them.
To what?
To destroy them. He would not be slack to him that hated him. He will repay him to his face.
The Lord said He's gonna repay the so-called white man, white woman, Arab woman, and all these other nations to the face, man. And go to Psalm 66 and 3. Familia, ¿creen los Dios? ¿Ya believe in the Bible? 2 minutos. Para tus hermanos. All right. Dressed up as cows, and the Lord got judgments rolling on earth. Yeah, Michael Myers. Madness. Read what you got.
Psalms chapter 66 and verse 3. Say unto Yahweh, how terrible art thou in thy works.
What the Lord say?
How terrible art thou in thy works.
What's going on, brother? What's going on, King? How you doing, brother? Came and said, how you doing? Hey, brother. Brother, what's going on? You lost. We found you. What's going on, King? Come up here. You see yourself on that side right there? Been looking for you all day, brother. Where you see yourself at, man? According to your father, your heritage, what would you call yourself? Black, Dominican, Native American? American Black. You know why we out here?
No, why y'all out here?
All right, go to the book of Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 1. All right, go to the book of 1 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 13. So, brother, we out here to show our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, their true biblical identity. It's very important for what's going on in earth now. You know what's going on over in the Middle East right now? What's going on? What would you say?
Like how they got stuff going on.
Yeah, you got the Arabs being bombed by the so-called white man. And they're marching up and down, talking about they're trying to kick us out of the land. But it's very important for you to know who you are, because guess what, brother? That land don't even belong to them. The land don't belong to the so-called white man either. It belongs to the people. It belongs to these brothers right here, man. It belongs to every so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man in America, because you are removed from that land. What you got?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, in verse number 1.
Bring it out.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant,
Right.
and Israel, and Israel,
Black people.
and Israel,
Right.
whom I have chosen.
So the Lord chose a certain nation of people, He put them in that land. But let me show you, this nation was actually stolen from that land. Let me show you. Read this.
Book of Genesis, chapter 40 and 15.
Bring it out.
For indeed, I was stolen away.
What the Lord say?
For indeed, I was stolen away.
Out of the way.
Out of the land of the Hebrews.
Out of the way.
Out of the land of the
In
Hebrews.
history, whenever you think about a group of people that was stolen from their homeland, who do you think about? Huh? What group of people who do you think about that was stolen, put in shackles and chains, and that was sold everywhere? All people, right? But the Lord said out of the land of the Hebrews. Brother, that land belongs to us and our people and our children.
Right.
But that's why they're getting bombed out of that land right now, because it don't belong to them. The Lord is waking up every black, Hispanic, and Native American, and they're returning back to who they were in the days of old, brother. Right? You ever read the Bible?
No, I ain't gonna count with you.
I got you. Now, what would be your opinion on the Bible? Sirach 24:23. Or what you heard?
I feel like some of the stuff that's in the Bible, like it's kind of true.
All right.
And don't get me wrong, I do believe the Bible, but I believe like certain scriptures.
Certain scripture, right? Because it's read. Now, I would tell you this: only believe in the Bible because you haven't read the Bible, right? So when you read the Bible, that should show you why you should believe in it. We're going to read it to you right now because it's talking about your history. See, the thing is, every nation of people has their own culture. But you know what they did to us in slavery? It's like if you rob a house and you splitting the money with your friends. They took this book, put you in slavery, and they gave this book to the whole world. And now you don't look at this book as your culture. You look at it as a book of religion.
Right.
It's not a book of religion. It's a book of somebody's heritage. Now let me show you this. Read this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 24, and verse number 23.
Right.
All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
Right.
Even the law,
This book is a contract of God with the Israelites. Right? Read on.
even the law,
Even the what?
even the law,
Which Moses commanded for inheritance. Right.
with the congregation of Jacob.
So the laws that God put in the Bible was a heritage unto the congregation of Jacob. We're the Israelites in the Bible. These laws were meant to be passed down to our descendants and our sons. But we don't know God's laws because right now there's a man that's about to have sex with his brother's wife.
Right.
But the Lord said don't commit adultery. We're supposed to teach our kids this when they were young. Maybe the Lord said a man got to provide for his household. But do you see our men in their households? You don't really see that. But we were supposed to learn this when we were young. So the thing is, they took this Bible, started following all the things in the Bible, but we don't know it.
Right.
That's why we act like a lawless people. You will be an Israelite. We have to keep God's laws. You love God? Go to Joshua 22:5. Go to 1 John 3:18. Because love is an action word, brother. All right, love. We got to understand that love is an action. How do you love God? What do you do for God? Yeah, to show you love God and appreciate God.
Like, what I'll do, I got siblings, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like one of my siblings got shot at like 12 years old, so so it had motivated me to keep him out the way,
Right.
and to tell
To
him,
be a
like,
guide.
right?
Okay.
Because if it wasn't for the men of faith, he won't be here right now.
That's right. If it wasn't for the Lord, he would not be here right now. What you holding? Go to Psalms 48 and verse 13. Read what you got.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3 and 18.
Bring it out.
My little children, let us not love in word.
The Lord say,
Let us not love in word.
it's easy as love in word. It's easy to say I love you to everybody. Read on.
Neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
But in what?
But in deed and in
You
truth.
have to love the Lord by your works on what you do. Right, go to Joshua 22:5. Read what you got.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 48, and verse 14.
Bring it out.
For this God is our God forever.
So the God in the Bible is our God forever. Read on. Why do you think we haven't died off the face of the earth, even after all the atrocities we've been through? Even after all the slaveries we've been through. Trail of Tears, right? The Native Americans, man. Right? Us being sold all over the place. They even killing us in the 40s and the 50s. All the way up now. Got you, brother. Right? What's going on? What's your nationality? Are you East Indian? Where are you from? Declare your heritage. What people art thou?
India.
You East Indian? India. How do you feel about what's going on in the Middle East?
Sorry?
How do you feel about what's going on in the
Go,
Middle
go.
East?
Yeah, I
All
got
right, never mind. All right, take a flyer, brother. Take a flyer.
Thank.
All right, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah. Go to Amos chapter 4 and verse 12. And not just Allah, but Krishna gonna die too, man.
No power.
These Indian
Please
guys
charge.
gonna die too, man. Read what you got.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 4, and verse number 12. Therefore, that's what I do unto thee.
Oh,
No
Israel,
power.
and because
Charge.
I will do this unto thee, right?
Prepare to be thy God.
The Lord say,
Prepare to be thy God.
Read it again.
Prepare to be thy God.
And we telling
Every black, Hispanic, and Native American, even the other niggas.
No
prepared
power.
to meet the God of Israel, man. Get prepared to meet the God coming to this earth.
Right.
His hand is gonna start touching the earth, man.
Hey, y'all will know who Yahweh Shema Shah is, right?
No power.
Oh, Israel! Oh, Israel!
Oh, blacks!
Oh, Israel.
Hispanics!
Oh, Israel.
Americans!
Oh, Israel!
Get prepared to meet your God and what
Now we say death to America.
That's to America!
Death to Chicago.
That's to Chicago!
Death to...
That's our love!
Mom, you're strong.
It would be wrong if no spirits or anybody wouldn't be getting roused up. So we're literally sent out here to turn this world upside down. How? With the words of the Lord, with the spirit of truth. Having these different nations want to rise up. You getting death threats, Ishmael scoffing from the car, And again, if these things wasn't happening, then that means we would have to have been doing something wrong. Last time I checked, our forefathers, they was getting turned up. They was having the empires get turned upside down. Right? Daniel was having the empires get turned upside down. Ezekiel, Jeremiah. If it wasn't for the words of the Lord and us coming out here, none of these things would be happening. Nevertheless, that's prophecy coming to pass with the Most High sending His servants out here to proclaim truth in the last days. Bring this out, Sirach 36. Sirach 36 and 1, and give me Psalms chapter 2 and verse number 8.
The book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse number 1. Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations. The Lord said, and send thy fear upon all the nations.
Sirach 36 is a beautiful prayer. So we pray that the Most High sends His fear upon all the nations. That's why you got that same truck keep coming past, and it's saying pray for Gaza. And it's showing the death of the baby so-called Palestinians, the death of the so-called white man. And again, all this is happening is because the Lord is answering the prayers. Right? If you're not throwing up curses in the last days, you got to check your spirit. You shouldn't be in that spirit of just, oh man, just pray for Gaza. Like, pray for Palestine. Lord forbid a brother come to camp with fringes on and a shirt that say pray for Palestine. No, we're throwing up curses. Why? Because the Lord has these things already written out. All He's doing is just pressing play. We watch the prophecies unfold. So read that again.
And send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
And the Lord is magnifying Himself among these nations by sending death, destruction, and plagues among them. And again, this is the doers of the Most High God. Give me Psalms chapter 66 and verse 5. Psalm 66 and 5. Read this.
The book of Psalms 2 and verse 8. Acts of me. And I
read verse 1.
Psalms 2 and verse 1. And it reads thus. Why does the heathen rage?
And we got the heathens raging out here. We got the heathens trying to rise up against the men of the Lord. Not knowing that it's more that be with us than more that be with them. Not knowing that His servants will always be protected. Not knowing that the Most High will always prevail in due season. Not knowing that the angels of the Lord are round about us right now as we speak. Yeah, again, as the Lord said, the heathens are raging. Why? Because again, we're coming out here doing the work. And if the heathens wouldn't be raging, we wouldn't be doing our job. Like we doing?
Why do the heathen rage in the...
Hey brother, 1 minute for the Lord, brother. Hey brother.
Brother on the bike.
Hey brother on the bike.
Come on, brother.
Come check this out 1 second, brother. 1 second. Come here, brother. All praise to the Most High. What a son. Hey brother, you see yourself in the sun? You see yourself in the sun, brother?
Yeah.
You see yourself in the sun? So-called race.
Man. All I know is I'm black.
You black?
I know I'm black. I know that.
Now who called you black? Because that term was only that term black was only placed on us when we got in America.
Man, I think I'm Nigerian. I don't see Nigerian on there.
Well, brother, you'll be an Israelite according to the Bible. You will be God's chosen people according to the Bible. Does this look familiar? What a sound is that? Does it look familiar, brother? Does that look familiar? Give me Psalms chapter, not Psalms. Give me 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. You said what?
Somebody steal a biscuit from the store or something like that, they get angry. Steal a pie.
Yeah. So why do these things happen to so-called black people? This oppression.
Because they say the people came from Africa, what they said, and then the people who didn't want to share from had made them like kind of a little bit hungry. And then people who stole the thieves, who stole donuts and stuff like that, they hanged them real quick. Like,
well, brother, the reason that these
or even get caught coming through. They say don't even come through.
Now, the reason that things happen to so-called black people is because we're the Israelites, according to the Bible. You would be an Israelite, brother.
Yeah. So back in the days, before that, they hung people for being geniuses.
Well, I'm gonna show you why they hung us. I'm gonna show you why they hung us. Read this.
Yeah.
Look at Daniel, chapter 9 and verse number 11.
Right.
Yea, O Israel, have transgressed thy law.
You will be an Israelite according to the Bible. The reason why we got hanged and we got beat, raped, robbed, and murdered is because we broke God's laws as the Israelites. The real Jews will be the so-called black people. No, the real Jews are the so-called black and Hispanic native, well, namely the southern tribe, but we're the real Israelites. Right, real quick, brother, the Lord said all Israel broke God's laws. Right, read on.
Right, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse,
So what?
the curse.
So the Lord sent curses on so-called black and Hispanic people. Once you say that we're going through generational curses.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yep.
So yeah, and we read
Yeah,
it.
because it was done. It was done on purpose.
Well, it was done because we broke God's laws.
Yeah, but
The Lord, real quick, brother, real quick. The Lord said the curse was poured upon us because we didn't keep God's laws.
right.
So I know your mind going real quick. I know your mind going, brother. I'm gonna read you 2 quick laws that you have to keep as an Israelite.
Black people beat some things. Went out. It's called a riot. They killed dude. They beat up Rodney King. After that, here come the ecstasy pill for the blacks and Puerto Ricans. It's certain drugs. It's a hit. It ain't no party drug. It's a hit. It's an assassin. To make sure we don't
Deuteronomy 28.
After that, here come the pills.
That's right.
And so,
And give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse number 10. Right, and these people, they meditate terrors upon their bed about us. Why do you think all these things it's always some type of conspiracy and a plan that's stirred up against the so-called black man? And hold that, give me Psalms 83 and 1. It's a so-called black and Hispanic man. Again, these things are planned out. Like you said, they put in pills.
The people who done it said, they said,
Exactly. They coming out with Netflix shows, Netflix documentaries.
They thought they was God, and God gave them the land for themselves, but you're supposed to share the land.
Right, now read this. Listen up, brother.
Book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1.
Right.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Right.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh.
Read.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
Read.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Like you said, they take crafty counsel, meaning secret plots to destroy our people. But they don't. But they don't do this to everybody, brother. They do this to the Israelites.
Yeah.
And if they do this to the Israelites and it's happening to us, then by default we gotta be the Israelites.
And then they hid it, then they came out with fentanyl.
Yeah, that's right.
Anthrax.
Now read this. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2.
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man.
So these people, they oppress us. Aren't we poor as a people? At the bottom of society? Shrouded underfoot? The Lord said that these people oppress the poor, righteous man. Everyone on this side oppresses the so-called black man.
According to money, but money, if you ain't got your mind or good food, the best foods are fruits and vegetables, stuff like that.
Well, brother, you don't want to stray away from the point. You will be an Israelite, all right? I don't want to go too deep into it. Your mind kind of racing. But nevertheless, you will be an Israelite, God's chosen people. All right, brother, read on.
Let us not spare the widow.
The Nigerians are Israelites for the most part.
Yeah.
So you will be an Israelite, brother.
Yeah,
Most time.
I know.
All right, read on.
Nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
And they didn't care if you was old or young. They killed our people off. All right, brother. So take a flight.
You know,
Take a flight, brother.
They done it. It was like say it was a pay-per-view fight coming up, but it was like back then. It was kind of like bigger, and they said they're gonna take
Right, look into
the
that
children
flyer.
and stuff like that if they win type stuff.
Yeah, look into that flyer, brother. It's QR codes.
People be cheating, man.
It's QR codes. So you will be an Israelite, all right, King? Never forget that. All right.
It's still cheating, man. It's still cheating.
All right, brother. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 28.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem, brother.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse number 20.
Jake mind just racing. I don't know what he wanted to going into fights, children. Now, yeah, Nigeria. What's got to calm down? Read this.
Verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
And that's madness. You can't stay on one topic for 3 seconds. Brother got a new point every 3 seconds. Brother, we didn't even finish reading the verse. How you already on Nigerians and pills in the same sentence? Right, but no, Lord willing, the brother look into it. Give me Sirach chapter 11. Right, Sirach chapter 11 and verse number 12. Right, Sirach 11 and 12. So that's what the Lord came for, though. The Lord came for our people, the poor, the sick, the lame. Right, read this.
Sirach 11 and what? It's the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse number 12. Again, there is another that is slow and have need of help.
Right, so it's some of our people out here, they slow in need of help. Right, read on.
Wanting ability and full of poverty.
Right.
Yet the eye of the Lord looketh upon him.
Right. Yet the eyes of the Lord looks upon that man. So the Lord doesn't deal with the man that already has everything, the man that's just all high and mighty. No, the Lord, he chooses men from the bottom, from the dust. And the Lord said, it's like the slow, it's like, read that again from the top.
Again, there is another that is slow and have need of help.
Right, the ones that slow and have need of help, those are the ones that the Lord came from. Right, so again, this truth is not, again, it's not all about just, and that's a whole nother lesson to go into. It's not all about being the man that's just high and mighty all the time. Right. Give me 1 Samuel chapter 15. Right, 1 Samuel chapter 15. Actually, give me 16 and 1. 1 Samuel 16 and 1. Right, the Lord's not always dealing with the man that already has it all. Like Saul had it all. He had the looks, the charisma, the height, everything that Jake looks for on the outside. That's what Saul had. But what happened? His anointed was David. Right, read this. And David at this time was a young man, a keeper of the sheep. Right, read this.
1 Samuel 16 and 1. And the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel?
And you got a lot of men falling out the truth to this day. Man, the brother went into it the other day. You had a mighty man in the nation. But what happened? He fell out the truth and the Lord rejected him. So it's not all about how you start. It's not about your looks, your charisma, the knowledge you know. No, it's all about humbling yourself and coming into the knowledge of the Most High. Right, read on.
Fill thy horn with oil and go, and I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite.
Hey, brother. Hey, fam, y'all got 1 minute for the Lord? 1 minute for the Lord, brother? All right, read on.
Where I have provided me a king.
How about you, brother? Come check us out 1 second. Come on, brother, you just looked over here.
Brother.
Read this.
For I have provided me a king among his sons. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take me an heifer with thee and say.
That's it on that. So again, the Lord, he chose David over Saul. Give me the book of 1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse number 1. 1 Samuel 18 and 1. 1 Samuel chapter 28 and verse number 1.
1 Samuel 18 and verse 1. Yeah. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan would knit with the soul of David. Verse 6. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the woman came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing, to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music.
Right, so as they're coming back from war, you got the women rejoicing and said that they were looking for King Saul. So they rejoicing, ready to see King Saul coming back from battle. Right, and Saul noticed. Saul probably getting himself ready for all the preeminence, you know?
And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul have slain his thousands and David his 10,000.
It says Saul has slain his thousands, but David slayed 10,000. Right, so even from the beginning, still you got the Lord slowly raising up David over Saul. Why? Because David was better than him. Right, when you read 1 Samuel 15 chapter, the Lord kind of did away with Saul because Saul didn't do what the Lord said. Saul had a mighty start. Saul was a prophet at one point, prophesying with the prophets. But what happened? He fell away. Right? And the Lord raised up someone mightier than him. Right, read.
And Saul was very wroth, and the sin displeased him. And he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom?
Now Saul just envying. Right? Now Saul just getting jealous. How are you mad at David because what did the women said? David didn't put those words in the woman's mouth. Nevertheless, that shows that envy spirit that Saul had in him, that unclean spirit even from the beginning. Give me 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1.
Yeah, verse 1.
Give me 2 Samuel 3 and 1. 2 Samuel 3 and 1 real quick.
It's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3 and verse number 1. Yeah. Now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David.
Hey fam, y'all got 1 minute for the Lord? Are you talking to them? All right, read.
But David waxed stronger and stronger.
So the house of David waxed stronger and stronger and began to prevail. Right, read on.
And the house of Saul weaker and weaker.
But the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. Why? Because Saul couldn't stay rooted and grounded with the spirit and power of the Most High. So again, it's not all about how you come into this thing. The Lord's not dealing always with the man that's just the mightiest ever. No, the Lord is dealing with the meek, the lowly, the humble. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse number 2. Like the Lord's not dealing with the man that's puffing himself up like these other nations. These other nations, they puff themselves up all because they see the so-called black and Hispanic man is down.
Right.
That's why you got Ishmael. They all tough when the police is up here.
Right.
Then when it's just us, they want to just scoff in the car and ride past.
Right.
So you know these nations, they puff themselves up. But the Lord, again, that's why he didn't choose these other nations. The Lord chose Israel because we was few in number, and because he already made a covenant with our fathers from the foundation. Right, but read this.
1 Corinthians 8, verse 2.
Yeah.
If any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing.
Right, and that's the beginning of humbling yourself. When you come into this truth, you got to realize you know nothing. Give me Galatians chapter 6 and verse number 2. Right, Galatians 6 and 2. The Lord said, if any man think he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing. Read on.
Reading on, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
Right.
But if any man love God, the same is known of him. As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered and sacrificed unto idols, we...
Right, the Lord said, if any man think he know of anything, he know of nothing as he ought to know. Right, and these nations, these nations really think they know the end times. Each nation thinks that their kingdom is going to rise up and be the next ruler. Ishmael all big and bad now. They think they're going to take down the so-called Israelis. Right, you got the Israelis thinking that they're going to be next in power. Right, you got Iran trying to come up in the ranks. China thinking that they're going to be. You got China making fake moves. I mean, fake sons. So these nations, they puff themselves up against the knowledge of the Most High, not knowing that you can't come against the truth, not knowing that you can't prevail over Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You can't fight. You literally cannot fight against your Creator. Right, read this.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 2.
Read out.
You want verse 3? Sure. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing,
Lord said, if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, read on.
he deceiveth himself.
What?
He deceiveth himself.
And these nations are deceived right now because they think themselves to be something, not knowing that we have the last laugh at the end. Give me Numbers chapter 24. Right, Numbers 24 and verse number 16. Is it not prophesied that the Lord is going to come back and destroy all nations, all kingdoms? Give me Revelation chapter 19 and verse number 13. So again, it's already prophesied from the foundation who's going to have the last laugh. And if you think yourself to know something when you really know nothing, you deceive yourself. That's why the white man is deceived right now. Reprobate mind, thinking that he's going to rule forever. Ishmael thinking Ishmael think he got next in the ranks. No, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua got next. The Israelites have next. Read this.
Numbers 24, verse 17. I shall...
You got all hell breaking loose. You got all breaking loose. It's like the fifth damn siren that came past. Right, you got 12 driving back and forth. Again, so the words of the Lord is turning up the spirits in the last days. Read this.
Numbers 24, 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab.
Moab don't think that you getting away. Moab got to get this word too. You at the last unity camp, Moab was bound down with the chains upon the neck. And that's foreshadowing what's coming in the future. Right, read on.
And destroy all the children of Sheth, and Edom shall be a possession, and Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies.
So you got Edom and Seir, they're going to be a possession for their enemies. Hold that. Give me 2 Samuel chapter 8 and verse number 16. So you got the Seers, they're going to, you got Mount Seir and Esau, they're going to be a possession. Right? Don't think that, again, you got Jake in the world, they think America just is what it is. They think America is just America, slavery, oppression, and that's it. Not knowing that it's promises that in the near future that the Lord's going to have us prevail. Right? You got that 2 Samuel? No, here are you reading it.
2 Samuel 8:16. 2 Samuel 8 verse 16. And Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was over the host. And Jehoshaphat, the son of... God. But he put garrisons in Edom.
And he what?
But he put garrisons in Edom.
What King David do?
But he put garrisons in Edom.
King David had garrisons in Edom. King David had the so-called white men in slavery. Right, so King David had garrisons in Edom the same way how the days of old, when our fathers had the Edomites in subjection, had these other nations in subjection. Start at verse 3 in that same chapter. Can you read 2 Samuel the 8th chapter? You see different nations that King David had in slavery. Right, read this.
2 Samuel 8 and verse 3. And David smote also Hadazezar, the son of Rehoboam, king of Zobah, and he went to recover his border at the river of Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots and 700 horsemen and 20,000 footmen. And David hold all the chariot horses, but reserve of them were 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to succor Hadazezar, king of Zobah, David slew of the Assyrians 220,000 men.
So David was a man of war. David slew 7 and 20,000 men. Read that again.
Slew of the Syrians 220,000 men.
220,000 men. And that's the spirit of King David. King David's the elect. King David's the righteous. You had our forefathers back then have that mindset to go forth to battle and slay the Assyrians, slay the heathen. And that same way how the Lord had that spirit on our fathers is the same way He's going to have it on us in the last days. Give me that in Revelation chapter 19. What I had in verse number 13. Right, Revelation 19 and verse 13. Give me Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse number 20. Right, read this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 13. He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
That the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. Who is the armies? Israel is the armies. Israel is the army of the Lord that He's going to send forth to destroy the rest of these heathens. The rest of the nations. Hold that and give me Jeremiah 16 and 16. We're going to go back to that. Right, give me Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse number 16. The Lord's going to make us hunters in that day. Right, the Lord's just not dealing with hugs, kisses, grace, and that's it. No, the Lord's also dealing with bloodshed, recompense, vengeance. Right, read this.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
Right now it's fishing season. Right, we fish the so-called black and Hispanics, letting them know that they have to come back to their God, have to come back to the words of Yahweh Shai. Right, read on.
And after will I send for many hunters.
And after what?
And after will I send for many hunters.
But in that day, the Lord's going to be sending for many hunters. Right, hunting the heathens out of the crests of the rocks, hunting them from the high mountains, hunting them from underground so-called bunkers. Hey, sister. Hey, sister, you got 1 minute for the Lord? 1 minute for the Lord, sister. 1 minute. How you doing, sis?
I'm not doing good.
Why not?
Because I'm hungry.
You hungry? Well, I got some food for you. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 3. Let's get Ezekiel 2 and 9 real quick. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 9 real quick. So, sister, this is the real food that you have to be yearning after. You listening?
Yeah, that's the real food that you have to be yearning after.
Okay, I'll put the most out. Read this.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and verse number 9. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein.
Right, so this is that roll. Right, read on.
And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And it was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe.
Right.
That's it. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 1. Right. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou bindest. Eat this roll. Eat this roll.
This is Bible.
Eat this roll.
You gotta eat this roll, sister.
Okay.
Now,
Is it that he got to?
Huh?
I don't think he got to.
Sister, you gotta understand the words of the Lord, all right? Now, you will be an Israelite, all right, sister? Sister, you will be an Israelite, okay?
Okay, I'll be an Israelite.
You're an Israelite. All right, you're not a so-called black woman.
I don't think so that way.
All right, sister. Well, you will be an Israelite. You gotta repent and keep God's commandments.
Yes, I gotta repent and keep God's commands.
That's right. Can you name 3 commandments?
No commandments.
No, can you name some commandments?
I don't know no commandments.
You never heard of the 10 commandments?
No, this was never taught to me.
No. All right. Well, let's go to some commandments. I'm gonna give you 3 commandments, sister.
Thank
All right.
you.
3 commandments. Now, these commandments is what's gonna get you the kingdom of heaven.
The kingdom of heaven.
Read this.
Deuteronomy 14 and verse number 8.
Right.
And the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
Right.
Ye should not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
So the swine is the pig. The Lord says you cannot eat pork.
They say that you cannot eat.
You can't eat pork.
Why you cannot eat pork?
Read this again, or read
I don't
on.
understand.
Because it is unclean.
Because it is what?
Because it is unclean.
What is the pork?
Because it is unclean.
Because it's unclean. Right, they didn't teach us that.
I did not learn that.
But this is where you get the real knowledge, and this is where you actually learn.
Right.
Okay, so where do I get the real knowledge?
Right here. By not eating pork, that's where it starts.
Right.
By who?
No, right here in this book, sister.
Okay,
No
so
more
it's a
eating
book.
pork.
So no pork.
No pork. All right.
That's it?
No, it's more. You know?
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales shall ye eat. And whatsoever have not fins and scales, ye may not eat it.
So the Lord.
Because you can only eat fish.
Okay, that's different. I never learned that so far.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
So the Lord, you know, no shrimp, no crab, no lobster, only fish with fins and scales.
I understood. Only fish with fins
And scales. So can you eat alligator if you wanted to?
I don't know what an alligator is.
You don't know what an alligator is?
I haven't never learned this.
Well, can you eat shrimp?
I do not eat shrimp. I heard of the same thing.
Do you eat crab?
I have ate crab. I like crab.
Now, does crab have fins and scales?
No, it doesn't have fins.
So can we eat it?
No,
We cannot. That's right. We cannot eat it because it doesn't have fins and scales.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna give you another commandment. Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. It's gonna be the last one. All right, I'm gonna read you this quick one. All right.
This Deuteronomy 22 and verse number 5.
Now remember, the Lord is talking to the Israelites. You will be an Israelite. Do not forget that. All right, sister.
I'm walking right now. I just crossed the street on Randolph.
It's the last one, sister.
Okay, let me call you right back.
Give me Matthew chapter 19 and 16. All right, it's the last one. All right, sis. Gotta pay attention. Read this.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So it's a commitment.
So it's a commandment for women not to wear pants.
Right?
All right, sister.
I understood.
So as an Israelite, you cannot be wearing pants. You have to wear a beautiful
I
dress.
thought that I learned that before. That was called a beautiful dress.
A beautiful dress.
Beautiful dress.
That's right. Because you will be a princess according to the Bible.
Exactly right.
Princess don't wear pants or booty shorts or leggings. So as a daughter of Zion, as an Israelite, you have to put on a modest dress or a modest skirt.
Right.
All right, sister. Last one, Matthew chapter 19.
The book of Matthew 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said it to him. Verse 17, and he said it to him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
If you want the kingdom of heaven, sister, you have to keep the commandments.
No, you don't have to keep the commandments if you want the key to heaven. That's not what you said.
The key to get it into heaven is to keep God's commandments.
Right.
The key to get into heaven is to keep it.
That's right, keep the commandments.
That's not English.
Huh?
I had tutorial English.
It's cool. Just remember you're going to keep the commandments.
Thank you. You taught me things I never even learned about.
So what's your race according to the Bible? Again.
My race. I don't know what
You will
a
be
race
a what? An Israelite.
is. An Israelite.
Israelite.
Okay.
No shrimp, crab, or lobster. No pork.
I understood completely.
And gotta wear a dress.
Gotta wear a dress.
All right, sister. Now take a flight.
I don't have no flyer.
Oh, you got one else.
This the best flyers you could do? You know that I grew up in Chicago, right?
You gotta scan the QR code. All right.
Okay, I'll scan it.
All right, I'll praise to the Most High.
For-
All praise to the Most High. All right. All praise. Give me John 21 and verse 15. All right, give me John 21 and 15 and Acts chapter 12 and verse number 24. So that's our whole sole purpose, is to come out and teach the words of the Lord. Right, whether you from lame, whether you think you know it all, right, the word of the Lord is going out in the last days. Read this.
John 21 and verse 15. So when they had dined, Yahweh shot to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee.
And every brother up here will say that they love the Lord. How? Through action, by coming out, right? By enduring the elements, enduring being scoffed at and threatened by the other nations. This is how you show your real love for the Lord. Can't say you really love the Lord if you so-called in this truth. You got the ability to come out and do the work, you don't come out and do the work. Can't really say you love the Lord if you're not putting your all into serving Him. You're not making a little effort to at least put forth, to at least put some type of effort to magnify His name. If you're not trying to magnify the name of the Lord in these last days, you can't say you really love Him. So he said, Simon Peter, lovest thou me? You know?
He said unto him, Feed my lambs.
What?
Feed my lambs.
What are we doing?
Feed my lambs.
That's what we out here doing. We out here feeding the sheep of the Most High. Feeding the lambs. Right, read.
He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me?
Right.
He said unto me, he said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep.
Right.
He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee.
Right.
Yahweh said unto him, Feed my sheep.
Right, that's what we out here doing. We constantly coming in week in, week out to feed the sheep of the Most High. Read this, Acts chapter 12 and 24.
The book of Acts, chapter 12, verse 24. But the word of Yahweh grew and multiplied.
The Lord said,
But the word of Yahweh grew and multiplied.
so the words of the Most High, they have to continue to grow and multiply throughout the four corners of the earth. Give me Luke chapter 10 and verse number 1. So the disciples have to come out so this word can be multiplied and magnified throughout the four corners. So we can speedily seal the hopeful elect through the grace and mercy of the Lord. So we can hurry up, get out of Babylon, and rule with our Lord Yahweh Shah forever and ever. Right, read this. And again, it's the whole reason why we come. This is one of the whole reasons why we coming out.
Right.
We don't come out just to get into arguments. Right? We don't come out just for a so-called show.
Right.
Right, for entertainment. You got brothers, they only click on the videos for entertainment. Right? They play the video. They don't got their sword. They don't get their pen ready to take notes. They get their damn popcorn. They ready to eat their popcorn, watch the videos. Oh, W5 India. I wonder who's scoffing them today. Here it is. You're not subscribed to the cold cuts. Not subscribed to the backup channels. Not subscribed to any channel that's bringing out breakdowns. You only subscribe to camp videos, right? Just to get indulged in what you think is entertainment. But really, what we're doing is to hurry up and speed up prophecy, so the Lord can come back and we can rest with Yahweh Shah forever and ever. Right? Read this.
Luke 10 and 1. After these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face, into every city and place whither he himself would come.
Right. And spiritually, the Lord, he sent us out. Because this thing is not of us. The Lord sent us out so we can what? We can come out and wake up the lost sheep. So the Lord sent us out through the Spirit. Read on.
Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the labor...
Sister, you see yourself on the sun? Sister, you see yourself on the sun? The so-called race. The so-called race like black, American blacks. Now let me ask you this. Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Now can you read about the American blacks in the Bible? Can I find that word American black in the Bible?
Gentile.
No. Wait, real quick, sister. Can you find the word American black in the Bible? No, you can't. But you do find Israelite in the Bible. You see what it says across American black? It says Judah. You can find the word Judah written within the Bible. So our main goal is to find out, where do we come from according to the Bible? Because as you see on this sign, every nation that the Lord created has a biblical nationality. Your job is to find out what your biblical nationality is. Because the Lord has a judgment set up for every nation that he created. You should want to find out the judgment for your nation and how it's going to be in the last days for your nation. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 15. Now, how do you feel about the state of so-called black people in 2023? How do you feel about the state of so-called black people in 2023?
Like how they're treated.
Yeah, like how they treat us. the so-called racism that's going on to our people. How do you feel about these different things? See, that happens.
What was that?
So I'm asking, how do you feel about the oppression that's happening to our people, and not just in 2023, but throughout history, through slavery and these different things?
It happens. It happens.
Now, how do you think the Lord feels about it? About these different things? He said frowns upon it. Now, do you think the Lord just frowns up? You think the Lord's gonna do something for what happened to our people? Don't you want something done for what happened to so-called black people?
Well, I don't want to pass the judgment because we're not supposed to, right?
Well, the next brother is gonna break it down better than I ever could. The judgments and the things that have to happen to so-called black people, and how we get ourselves back up as a people. All right. So the next brother is gonna come up and break it down in ways that I can ever. Who next up? Who next up? Right. So the next brother's about to come up and break it down in ways that I can ever on how you will be an Israelite, how your ancestors go back to the 12